What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and today we're going to be checking out some hash rates for Kylacoin. Since it did fork over to the new Flex algorithm, it is now CPU mining only. So I got a various amount of AMD CPUs here. As we know, Intel just isn't too good for mining, so you are going to want some more heavy L3 cache CPUs like the Ryzen series. So I do have 3900Xs, 3950Xs, 5900Xs, 5950Xs, 7900Xs, 7950Xs, a single EPYC 7742, and a dual EPYC 7742. So I'm going to get the hash rates for all of those. I'm going to get some power consumptions, and we're going to see just how well these CPUs are hashing now on Kylacoin. As for a breakdown of all the settings here, as most of you guys may be aware as a CPU miner, or maybe you're not aware because you're new to CPU mining or thinking about trying it, it's kind of different on overclocking, or I guess we're undervolting here, not overclocking, even though everyone says overclock settings, we're actually undervolt settings. So unlike GPUs, where every algorithm you're actually tweaking your GPU for maximum efficiency and hash rate and so on, CPUs always remain the exact same setting. So I like to personally use a pretty core heavy algorithm, something like RandomX, which is your Zeph, your Monero, and so on. What you do is you go to your base clock settings and then drop your voltages until it's unstable. From that point, you bring it up a little bit until your rig is stable. Now, for the most part, for example here, a 3900X, you're running at about 3.6 gigahertz on the base clock, and you're getting voltages anywhere from 0.92 upwards to 1 volt. Silicon lottery motherboards all matter. So once you have something stable, that's where you leave it, and then you don't have to worry about ever setting it ever again. You can mine different coins, swap over, and not have to worry about your rig going down. So it's always the same. So that's pretty much the basics here of what I do have these things tweaked at. So let's take a look at them hash rates and our power consumptions. And if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button. All right, so it took a little bit of time, but we have some results. Are you guys ready for this? And they are actually quite interesting. So coming into the hash rates here, we have the 3900X, 2.55 kilohash at 88 watts at the wall. That is your full complete system for everything. That is a hash to watt ratio of 28.977 hashes per watt of power used. So if you times this by the amount of power, you will equal this amount of hash rate. For the 3950X, we have 3.16 kilohash at 107 watts, coming in at 29.532, which is slightly more efficient. The 16 core does seem to be better than the 12 cores in efficiency, which does make sense. But the interesting thing here, and remember, when it went to the 3000 to the 5000 series, they did drop that base clock by 100 megahertz. And here we're actually seeing that this made the 5000 series the worst CPUs for Kylacoins in terms of efficiencies. We can see the 5900X is at 2.29 kilohash, which is actually less than the 3900X. It was also using more power at 106 watts, bringing us down to only 21.603 hash to watt ratio. And the same thing happened with the 5950X, where it's 2.92 versus 3.16 on the 3950X. And they are both around the same amount. The 3900X upwards to the 5900X is about the same amount of hash rate difference. And the same thing for the 3950X to the 5950X is about the same hash rate difference. It was around 600 hashes or so on the two differences here. And again, coming in at 125 watts at the wall for 23.36 hash to watt ratio. Next up, we have the 7000 series, which is a big boost over the 3 and 5000 series. We have the 7900X coming in at 3.25 kilohash at only 106 watts at the wall. It was using the same amount of power as the 5900X. That is pretty crazy for a hash to watt ratio of 30.66, and the 7950X is actually our most efficient CPU for Kylacoin right now at 4.16 kilohash at 115.5 watts at the wall for a hash to watt ratio of 36.017, which is in green here, the winner. And the 7950X3D was coming in with a bit more hash rate at 4.62 kilohash. It was using more power here at 137 watts for a hash to watt ratio of 33.722. And then we have the single EPYC here. So the EPYC 7742 is 10.56 kilohash at 308 watts. This is 34.285 hash to watt ratio, which is actually more efficient than the dual EPYC. I am finding on everything I tested so far, whether it's Random X Monero, the single EPYC is a more efficient miner than the dual EPYC. And we have the dual EPYC coming in at 20.93 kilohash, 642 watts at the wall for a hash to watt ratio of 32.601. So there we have it, guys. We can slowly see the demise of the 3 and 5,000 series. They are starting to drop off, this 7,000 series, as well as those EPYCs, obviously. But the 7,000 series is a nice boost in efficiencies and hash rates over the 3 and 5,000 series, and I definitely cannot wait to try out the latest 9950X. Now, if we learned anything between the 3 and 5,000 series, we may actually see the 9,000 series perform less than the 7,000 series for something like Kylacoin. Again, if it gets the boost on AVX512, we could see that outperform on Cubic, but we'll have to wait and see when we finally test it out. But here are the results based on the CPUs I have right now. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button. What coin would you like to see me do this on next? I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.